today's video, I want to reveal the one mistake that you are making right now that is robbing your earning potential. You are shortchanging yourself and you need to stop doing this. What I mean by this is you are only thinking like a closer. What does that mean? You're thinking like, I just do one job, right? I close deals and I get paid a commission. You need to start thinking outside of the box. That is one element, that is one angle of a multifaceted professional, right? You can be multifaceted. What I mean by this is that is the first role, right? That is the first position that you enter into, right? That is what you're paid for. You're paid to close high ticket deals. You get paid a commission. But if you really want to maximize your earning potential, you need to start thinking out of the box. And what I mean by that is, think of where your business owner could use your expertise and your insights outside of you just closing deals. Yes, that's your primary role. And if you fail at closing deals, then everything else that I'm about to say is a moot point. So get really good, obviously, at closing first. Now, once you've established yourself there, the easiest way to make more money as a closer, beyond just closing more deals every month, is to tell the business owner, hey, I see this bottleneck in your business in terms of client results, right? Like, let's say, for example, that their current client success managers are just not getting the best out of clients. You know who can do that job better than most client success managers? Closers can. Why? Because a closer can hold people accountable, can challenge people, right? Can call people out on their bullshit when it arises. This is the role of a client success manager. So internally in a lot of these programs, having a client success manager is a huge value add to the business owner because it holds people accountable, right? The client success manager makes sure that people stay on track. They're doing the work because with the work, they get great results. And with a better result, what do you think is going to happen? Better case studies, better testimonials, and better word of mouth, better referrals. It has a net positive impact on all of those areas of the business. Who do you think is going to be happy with that? You? Yeah. Your bank account? Yeah. The business owner? Of course. And so that's one of the easiest ways where you can continue to perform really highly in your sales role, but also you can add things like a base commission or a base salary or whatever you want to call it every single month. Maybe you say, hey, I'm happy to hold all of the clients that I enroll accountable, make sure they get the best results, the best outcomes, make sure they do the work, give me a case study and a testimonial, a referral. But if I do that, if I really do that at a high level, would that be worth you maybe, possibly paying me 3-4 grand as a base every month, right? Like now you've got a base plus your commissions. And then if you're outperforming everyone else on the team, then you can look at bonuses. Like this is a way to start thinking. Start thinking as an entrepreneur in the business, right? This is not just about you coming in and closing some deals every month. Like that's last year's news, right? Like it's old news. Start thinking in a more dynamic way. Start thinking out of the box because that's when you become irreplaceable in someone's business. You're not just a closer. Listen, closers can be replaced, especially if you're not that great. Okay? That's just the nature of this game. It's unforgiving. It is what it is. But the minute you start thinking out of the box and performing in these different areas, you become integral to the success of that business. You become irreplaceable. And so if you're not doing that, start thinking about, okay, how can I add value to the business and for the business? How can I get our clients better results? And notice my language pattern there. I said our, right? It's no longer eyes closed for their business. It's our business. You take ownership, right? And that's going to help you perform in these different areas. So if you want to increase your earning potential as a high ticket sales rep in the online coaching and consulting space, you need to start thinking out of the box beyond just closing deals. Now, if you want any help with this, look at the description below. There's a link that goes directly to my one-on-one sales calibration sessions. And essentially on those sessions is where you and I can sit down. We can audit kind of what's going well, what needs improving in terms of like your sales, your career trajectory, whatever you want to discuss. But essentially on that 1 hour coaching session, I want to identify what are those bottlenecks for you? How can we course correct so you can make more sales and increase your earning potential this week? And I'll give you a 7-day roadmap after our session concludes. You know, you get scripts, frameworks, whatever you need. It's all included in that session. And it's only $4.99 USD, paid in Bitcoin, of course. So if that's of interest to you, check out the description below. The links are in there. And as always, I really hope that this video has been valuable for you. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, as always, happy selling.